Hey folks, how you doing? Today we're going to be talking about why DIY, why even do it in the first place. There are several reasons. Number one is price. The next one is it's fun. I really enjoy it. It's a hobby. And the next one, you know what's going in it. And so let's talk about all three. First one is the price. I've done some calculations here, and I'm not going to go through it too much, but anyway, I buy my VG by the gallon, and there's 3,700, and I'm looking down here making sure, 3,785 mil in 1 gallon, and I do 30 mil bottles normally. Let's just take it as a 30 mil bottle. So it's costing me 21 cents. The gallon, I should say as well, costs $25.99, $26, and there's 3,785 milliliters in there. It's when you work that out for 30 mil, it's costing me 21 cents for 30 mil, 21 cents a base for VG. Now, my flavorings, if I was to add flavoring at 20% and go for one of the more expensive flavorings, which like Flavor R, which is like $5.50 for 15 mil. It's a good flavor, don't get me wrong. Really high concentrated and does last you longer than the other ones. But that's the more expensive one, okay? So I mix it at 20%. And for 30 mil, I'd need 6 milligrams to do that. After all the calculations I've done, that would come out at $2.16. So add the 21 cents to it, and right now I'm at $2.27. That's to have 30 mil of base with the flavoring. Pretty good, right? Then we put the nicotine with it. I use just 3 milligrams. I buy 100 milligrams at a time. 100 milligram strength, and I buy 120 milliliters at a time. I work that out for how much I use in each mix, and it's 13 cents. 13 cents for nicotine in a 30 ml bottle. Great. So you add that on, and then you need a bottle to put it in. So we can go out, we can buy a plastic bottle for 39 cents, or let's buy a glass one. Let's put our 30 ml into a nice glass one, like a premium juice would be, with a dropper. That costs 70 cents. Go ahead and add that all up, and it's $3.10 for the lot, for everything, for you to have 30 ml of juice with your 3 milligrams nicotine in it. So, talking a lot here. So I haven't vaped much today. Can't stand reviewers that do that on, but I really need it. I really want to vape. So I'm going to do it throughout this video. I feel more comfortable doing it. So $3, and that's with a expensive flavoring. And 20% is high for a big concentrate like that. It probably won't be nowhere near that. But anyway, if it was. Okay, then we go to Signature or TFA. Where I buy it from is eSig Express. And for God, what is wrong with me? For 6 mil, it would cost me, that's 6 mil, that's our 20% in that 30, it cost me 99 cents. $1. It cost me $1 of flavor to put 20% into 30 mil juice, which is 6 mil. Add my bottle to that, and add my nicotine, and I come out at $1.82. $1.82. 10 times that amount for a premium juice in a brick and mortar store. So if you go in there and buy the Milkman, or you buy Suicide Bunny's Mother's Milk, which, by the way, I paid $22 for mine, but just so I could try and clone it. That was from a brick and mortar, and yes, I tried a bunch of them, and in the end I seen it there and I was like, fuck that, I'm not paying that. And I get out in the car, I think, I'll drive to the next one. Well, it cost me that in fuel anyway, that extra couple of dollars that they were probably overpriced. So I just went in and bought it, and But anyway, long story short, around about 18 bucks for a premium juice. What we're making here is a premium juice, high VG, good quality flavors. Yeah, with the premium juices, they are tested. They are excellent, really good, thick, rounded off. They are good. What you're getting from the brick and mortar is very good. Myself, I vape about 20 mil a day. So a day and a half, I'll go through 30 mil. That's on average. So a day and a half, me going to a brick and mortar, so a day and a half, I'd be going through 30 mil. So 18 bucks from a brick and mortar. That's expensive. $12 a day. That's 2 packs of cigarettes, which I only ever smoked a pack a day. But it's expensive. Every day and a half, you'll need to spend 18 bucks on vaping. That's a lot of money. So, it's the cost effectiveness of doing this is well, I say I can't explain it. I just did explain it. It's huge. It costs you 10 times more to go out there to a brick and mortar and buy your juice. If you're in one of those little tanks, if you're watching this video and you've got one of those little pens and a little thin skinny thing, have I got something, they're about as thick as this syringe and a little bit longer, and they've got a small tip on the end. When I done it, there was an EVOD, a Kangertech EVOD, but there's different ones out there now. If you're doing that every day, don't worry about it too much. Go and buy your juice wherever you want. You're not a hardcore vapor. You're probably doing it just to get off the cigarettes, and that's good for you. Well done. Go and buy your stuff from the brick and mortar. You're probably getting through 30 mil a week or something. It's very cost effective for you. Everyone else that's on the sub-ohms or the drip, you're getting through a lot more juice and you're paying out the ass for it. You need to be DIYing. That's my thoughts on it. It's easy enough for me to say because I am doing it, and I'm sat on the other side of the fence. But you don't have to be a lab technician to do this. I'm just the average Joe. I try and point that out to everybody. I'm sat in front of the camera now. There's no editing. There's no fun intro to these videos. I'm just your normal average Joe. I don't have a degree in chemistry or anything like that. I take VG, I take a bottle, I put it in there with a little bit of nicotine, and then I squeeze some flavors in there. And I keep track of what I've done in case I hit the jackpot and I'm like, wow, that's a great vape. I can go back and make it again. That's basically all you're doing. If you are sub-ohming and you like all you do is tobaccos, then you don't have to buy all of this. If that's the only thing you like is tobaccos and you're never going to go on the fruits or custards, creams, bakery products, whatever your thing is, then you just buy a selection, 10 flavors of tobacco, mix them up together, get one that you're happy with, and then just keep on buying. If you've got 4 flavors that make that one mix, just buy those 4 flavors, buy your VG, buy your bottles. Once you've got the bottles, you can wash them out and use them again. So the cost is very minimal. If you enjoy it like I do, you're going to be buying a lot of flavors. I've spent like $150 at one go getting all my supplies and all my flavors. I've still got a bunch of that here now. I'm still getting my money's worth. I'm still all of this sat here now. I can make gallons and gallons of Ejuice. So it's not money wasted, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I build my own coils in these. I don't go back to the store and buy coils. I get an RBA section, and I build my own coils. I got tons of Canthal and nickel and nichrome and titanium, and you name it, I have it. And again, I find the build that I like and stay with that, and that's the stuff I order. And it's very cheap. 100 feet of Canthal wire cost me about $5 from Amazon. I paid that on just one of these coil heads. That's just ridiculous. So if you get like the Cloud Beast here, go back about 5 or 6 videos in my channel. and I show you how to build on the RBA. And that's what I've got in there right now. I will not buy another coil for this. I'm not paying it. Right now I have a parallel build in here. So I thought to myself, what's in the normal coil? Sorry, I'm going away from here. What's in the normal coils? The normal coils, it says it's an 8 coil. Well, it's 4 coils, but each coil has 2 wraps of wire around it. So it's 4 parallel coils. It's not 8 coils. It's it's 4 pieces of wire coiled, but sorry, 8 pieces of wire coiled, but it's really 4 coils. So I thought to myself, well, let's try it in the RBA. Let's do 2 parallel coils. And yes, it works very well. It ramps up quick. Taste is great. So that's what I'm going to stay with this. No Claptons or anything like that. I'm happy with this. It probably cost me 1 cent to build those coils. So it makes sense, right? For those of you that are going out and buying a coil every week or two, it's up to you. You do what you want to do. But for me, and I'm not a cheapskate, I always buy the best of everything. I believe that if you get what you pay for, I do with everything. It annoys the shit out of my wife because I always buy like one of the most expensive parts. But then we've bought cheap before and it goes to shit. Anyway, let's get off of that. Let's go back to our DIY. So that's 2 of them, the cost and the fun part. The next thing is, you know what's going in it. There's some of these flavors, vanilla custards, especially creams, custards, that have something in there called diacetyl, however you want to pronounce it. There's acetyl propanol, and then there's acetone. There's those 3 that you could find in one of these flavor bottles. If you go on eCig Express, it does come with a little warning next to it, and click on there to tell you that there's traces of this in there and that in there. And you go on to eliquidrecipes.com and you do a search for a flavor in there, and again it comes up with a little warning next to it. It'll tell you what's in there. It's in there normally in very low dosages. People are on the fence of whether this stuff does harm you or whether it doesn't. There's papers out there that say there's no proof that it does, and there's other ones that say, yeah, there's proof that it does. I don't give a fuck either way. I treat it as though it does do you harm, but I still use it. Everyone uses it. They all use Capella's Vanilla Custard version 1. I don't know why I'm trying to find this, but I'm going to. Vanilla Custard by Capella. This one has diacetyl in it. Vanilla Custard version 2 does not. They made this because this one has diacetyl in it. Most people use the first one because the second one takes about 3 weeks to steep until it tastes anything decent, and it still doesn't taste like this one. So diacetyl is, I wonder if it says it's got it in there. No, it doesn't. But no, not that I know of. I haven't read the whole thing. Anyway, I know it's in there. It's in small dosages. I am not too worried about using it in small dosages. That's the risk I'm fine with taking. The rest of it is I know what's going on. I know the environment I'm mixing it in. I'm not a laboratory, but I'm clean enough, and I know every single thing that goes in my juice. So I'm using raw products. But going back to that's the 3 main things. Going back to the fun part of it, once you start getting into it, you're going to really enjoy it. You'll wonder why you've never done it before. You're going to save a boatload of money. And I think the people that don't do it are scared of doing it. I'm the average Joe. I learned how to do this by watching videos on YouTube, by by reading articles. I learned everything online to do with this. Excuse me. I need a vape. That's what it is. I hate people. I hate reviewers that normally do that. That normally vape. Oh, I'm a vapor. Let's blow out a bunch of vape. I'm sorry. I wanted a vape. Where were we? The whole why to do it thing, and you know, can you do it and all that. Yes, you can do it. If you can make yourself a cup of coffee with cream and 2 sugars, you can make yourself some Ejuice. That's how fucking simple it is. Yeah, getting the recipes right is difficult. Capella strawberry and cream. Buy this one flavour. If you like strawberries and you like cream vapes, buy this, strawberry and cream. 1 bottle of this, small bottle of VG, a little bit of nicotine, minimal cost, probably cost you $20 for everything in a decent amount and a couple of bottles, and you've got yourself weeks and weeks and weeks of vaping for a very small cost. And this one, you don't have to worry about it. Put it in there 5-6% and let it steep for a couple of days, and you've got yourself a vape. It's really that simple. You can make it simple or as difficult as you want, but even the more in-depth ones are still fun to make, and they're not that difficult. It's just getting those percentages right. So don't overthink it. Throw yourself some drops, experiment with it, and enjoy doing it. And if you don't want to experiment yourself, go online, find some tried and tested recipes, and start mixing. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're going to go back to your brick and mortar today and spend a stupid amount of money on juice, then bigger fool you. You do what you want to do. But if it's me, I'm not doing it. And again, it's not because I'm a cheapskate. It's just because I enjoy doing this, and it's so much cheaper. And why the fuck pay so much more money to do it? And these big big companies that make this juice, I think there are some that probably do make their own flavors, that extract their own flavors, but most of them use this stuff that I've got on here in some way, shape, or form. So you can make stuff taste just like the shelf bought one. Buy the shelf bought one, vape it, taste it, try and break down what's in there, order those flavors, or if you've already got them, think, oh yeah, that's that strawberry. Make a strawberry. Grab it out. Oh, it's got some cream in it. It's got a hint of orange, and it's got a tiny bit of menthol. And pull those things over and start mixing them. See how you do. That's what cloning is. It's trying to taste what's in there. And it'll take you 20-30 tries to get it right where you want it, but it's fun getting on that journey to do it. But yeah, don't be scared of it. Start making your own juice. Save yourself a boatload of money. Enjoy doing it. I can't say anymore that my channel is DIY Vapor. Just start doing it. Try it. Just try it. But yeah, for those that are just that are sub-ohming and are gonna go back to their brick and mortar and pay through the ass for juice, bigger for you. Don't be scared to do this. It's simple, it's easy. I'm going over and over and over. Hopefully it gets stuck in there, and several of you will try this. And I've saved some people some money, and I haven't wasted my time sitting here explaining why. As you can see, I've got a passion for it. I love doing it. Sorry folks, you would have lost me right there in the middle of something. My D800 that I'm recording on can only do 20 minutes, and it shuts itself down to protect the sensor from overheating. It is a still camera, not a video camera, although it takes great video. So I rambled on for over 20 minutes again, and it shut itself off. So you missed the last couple of minutes of what I had to say, which wasn't that important. Just basically take your head out your ass and start making your own juice. If you're sub-ohming, make your own juice. Stop paying out the ass for it. And maybe some of these companies will get the message that everyone's gone the DIY-ing because it's so fucking expensive to make this stuff. So if you take note of the numbers that I give you, this is what these companies are. That's how much they're making off their juice. Yes, they've got advertising, they've got overheads, but where I said it cost me $1.82 to make a normal TFA cig juice at 20%, you can bet you it's costing them $1 because they're buying everything in bulk, and they're making $16, $17, $18 over the amount of the raw product. Yeah, they've got their packaging in that and their shipping and all the other stuff in there, and then you've got the markup from the brick and mortar, and you know, I would imagine by the time it went to sell it should be about $8, but instead it's like 18. So yeah, people are making a killing off of it. And since these sub-ohm tanks come out, if it wasn't for the sub-ohm tanks and it was just the little pens still and we hadn't moved on, I probably would still be buying from a brick and mortar because it was easy. I say that, no I wouldn't. I'd be DIYing anyway. I enjoy it so much. I was so excited when that first package come in. The first vape mail of DIY, and I ordered something like 10 flavors, I think it was, some nicotine and some VG, and yeah, I couldn't wait. I got it straight out and started mixing, just putting shit together. Didn't even write any of it down, just mixed some stuff, and yeah, made some real good fuck ups. But like I said, we're just normal folks, right? If you're watching this, you're just a normal run-of-the-mill folk. Maybe you're already doing DIY and just want to know what I'm saying. But a lot of you has probably searched for this, or it's come up in a search, and you're thinking, oh, why bother doing it? And you're here. Trust me, you enjoy doing it. It's so much cheaper. You do it from your own home. You don't have to drive it. You don't have to worry about the opening times. You don't have to worry about running out of juice. You are not going to run out of juice. That's another plus. You've got gallons of the stuff. You got as much as you want. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off there. So otherwise I'll ramble on for another 20 minutes and this fucking video will be so damn long. And I'm starting to swear a lot as well. Got the F word in there now about 3 or 4 times. So anyway, I appreciate you coming back. If you haven't already, subscribe. Come back and come back and watch me cough. Jeez. And yeah, come back and watch me. I appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you again soon, folks.